My name is Marian, Maya Josiah. I have been with Bethel, now Harvest, from the beginning. I arrived in the United States on May 1, 1990 with my 1-year-old daughter and was stopping at my sister's house. But we were a little bit lonely because we left all the other sisters in Liberia and there was a civil war. After a few weeks, I got a call from my girlfriend, my late girlfriend, Annette Taylor, that Pastor Johnson, now Bishop Johnson, and Pastor Chris were here in the States and they were starting a church. And she said she would get back to me. 2 days later, Bishop Johnson called me on the phone and said they would pick me up on Sunday morning. And I was so happy to see other friends and people that I knew from Liberia. Bishop Johnson and Pastor Chris are real people. They are authentic. They picked me up along with my sister every Sunday morning for the amount of months that we went from Howard University to middle schools in Maryland to different sites until we landed in Silver Spring. But they took me to church every day until we were able to get a car. I see that as a human side to the bishop, a side of him that most people do not even know. He is the same person he was in 1990 today in 2025. And I know that because he always met me in the hallway and gave me a hug and asked me, how's John and the kids in Liberia? Bishop Johnson is the same today. He still stops me in the Hall of Nation and give me a hug and say, how's the family? How are the kids? Now, if I'm supposed to go and join a church and the person invites me to that church, the questions I have for them, who is your pastor? What kind of person is that pastor? And if I tell them my pastor is the one who took me to church every day, that's the church I will want to belong to. So over the years, I have grown and the word has impacted me greatly. My children were able to join me here in the States, and the church, they grew in the youth group, and I started to teach Sunday school from the beginning. I have been teaching Sunday school for the past 30 years in Harvest, and I have a gold watch to prove it when I served for 25 years. The church has made me and my family to know that God is faithful. Whatever you serve Him in spirit and in truth, God is willing to come to your aid. And if someone was to ask me if I went out, what kind of message would I be able to? I would preach a message of salvation to the person. But one thing I'm going to tell someone is that church has a sense of belonging. When you come to Harvest, you tend to belong and you have a feeling of staying because people care about you. If I stay away from church, I get 5-6 texts. Sister Marian, Deacon Marian, why didn't you come to church today? Because I had a cold and I didn't want to spread it. And I continue to serve in the children's ministry, which is my ministry that I'm very, very concerned about, because I'm planting a seed, and the seed I'm planting is going to bear fruit in the future, and I will live to see the fruit. So I can never, ever. And someone asked me, when are you going to stop teaching the Sunday school? I asked them, did Jimmy Carter stop teaching Sunday school? He was in the White House and teaching Sunday school. I praise and thank the Lord for what He's done for me and my family in Harvest. I bless the Lord for this church. Amen.